Good evening. My name is Sir Brown Eyes, your host. Normally when I come to you on this channel singing. I'd like to introduce something different to you this evening. On our podcast called The Black Couch, we'll be discussing actors, discussing artists, discussing many of those who contributed to the silver screen and the Technicolor screen, and also television melodramas that were very important for our psychology and astrological thought patterns. Everything from Night Museum to Turner Classic Movies, silver screen. Tonight, I'd like to talk to you about the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone is given life and credit to a man named Rod Serling. Twilight Zone is an American media franchise based on the anthology of television series created by Rod Serling, in which the characters find themselves dealing with often disturbing and unusual events. An experience as entering the Twilight Zone. The episodes are in various genres, including fantasy, science fiction, absurdian, dystopian fiction, suspense, horror, supernatural drama, black comedy, and psychological thrillers. Frequently concluding a macabre, unexpected twist, and usually with a moral story. A popular and critical success, it introduces to many Americans the common science fiction and fantasy tropes. This final series, shot entirely in black and white, ran on CBS for 5 seasons from 1959 to 1964. The Twilight Zone followed in traditional earlier television shows such as Tales of Tomorrow and science fiction theater. Tales of Tomorrow ran from 1951 to 1953, and science fiction theater 1955 to 1957. Radio programs such as Weird Circle 1943 to 1945, Dimension X 1950 to 1951, and X-1 1955 to 1958. And the radio work of Rod Serling's inspiration. Also, we know of Norman Corwin, which we'll discuss in later times. The success of the series led to a feature film in 1983 and a TV film in 1994, a radio series in 2002 to 2012. Various literature, theme parks, attractions, and various other spin-offs that span 5 decades, including 3 revival television series. The second series, 1985 to 1989, ran on CBS and in syndication in the 1980s, while the third series ran on UPN in 2002 and 2003. The fourth Twilight Zone series, helmed by Jordan Peele, was released on CBS All Access from 2019 to 2020. TV Guide ranked the original TV series number 5 in their 2013 list of the 60 greatest shows of all times, and number 4 in this list of the 60 greatest dramas of all time. So we're talking about the Twilight Zone. It's very interesting, this Twilight Zone series, and more interesting is its actor, artist, producer, and director, Rodman Edward Serling. We're going to talk about him right quick. Rod Edward Serling was born December 25th, 1924, and passed June 28th, 1975. An American screenwriter and television producer best known for his live television dramas of the 1950s and his autobiography and anthology television series, The Twilight Zone. Serling was active in politics, both on and off screen, and helped form television industry standards. He was known for and as the angry young man of Hollywood, clashing with television executives and sponsors over a wide range of issues, including censorship, racism, and war. Just very quickly, something very important I think you should know. I want to read to you, and we'll talk more about Mr. Sterling later. Sterling's final assignment was part of the occupation force in Japan. During his military service, Private Sterling was awarded the Purple Heart and the Bronze Star, and the Philippines Liberation Medal. Sterling's combat experience affected him deeply and influenced much of his writing. It's important for you to know that it left him with nightmares and flashbacks for the rest of his life. He said, "I was bitter about everything and at loose ends. When I got out of the service, I think I turned to writing to get it off my chest." This is a little bit about Rod Serling. My name is Brown Eyes, your host. I'm glad you were here to listen to this, as it is important for us to get the right things and the right facts about our shows and our characters, since it's something that will be playing to you. I hope that you can enjoy the Black Couch series, as it has a talk show as well, and we'll be talking about many subjects as we build on Mr. Serling, who we're talking about at first, and we will also build on him in the open talk show and podcast, and I hope that you can enjoy us and support our program. When things are getting difficult and they're getting scary, and things tend to be out of place, don't fear. But just know that you are close to another side. Maybe walking on the tightrope of peculiarity itself, close to the other side of a dimension that you know nothing about. I'm happy to speak with you on this. Something I think we all know a little bit about, the paranormal. That place that we desire to go, to get away. For those that we desire to see. And maybe sometimes you'll get a glimpse. Just know that you're only one step away from the Twilight Zone. Thank you.